Hi folks, welcome. My name is Chris DeBro. I'm from the Australian Greens National Office and I'm here to talk you through the planned online communications tools for the 2010 federal election. There's four components that we need to talk about today. The Australian Greens online presence. The first is the Drupal website. Now, most of you will be familiar with what the Drupal website that we have at the moment. This is it at the moment, and basically it has all our stuff that we upload there, all our information as well as our policy and all the general things. Now this is all going to be completely upgraded with the latest graphics and all those sort of design stuff by a mob called Make Believe. So that's all fairly exciting. Another major aspect is CiviCRM. Now this is our contact database that I'll talk you through. Part 3 is organic groups, which is a major part of the organisational process for our own working groups, and there's a whole bunch of them, as we know, from the national committees, state, right the way down to our local campaigns and local groups. And part 4 is the election management system. So I'll drill down a little bit further into the first is the Drupal website itself. We know that's the public face of the Australian Green. It's a central kind of election information resource. So it's got all our media releases, it's going to have all our tweets, it's going to have all our aggregation. Some of you will know, like RSS feeds, where, for example, people could subscribe to everything that on a subject like climate change and get that emailed or sent to their computer. Candidates pages will be on the Drupal website, like last election, and a whole bunch of things like videos, blogs, we're planning forums, discussion, live chat. And this is because we know the latest research says that these kinds of interactive things keep people coming back, and it's a lot more than just having sort of one-way information flow. The second major part is CiviCRM. Now this is about kind of an all contacts database, so it's kind of everybody from members, as I said, to all the way down to just the people who want to get involved at a very basic level. It covers all the donations. I can show you the CiviCRM site itself, civicrm.org, has all the kind of components. You can read more about them if you like. Civi Contribute, event, member, mail, and reporting. This gives you a good idea of having all the people in the one place and being able to look at what everyone does. So our donations, and we can have individual donation pages that go through, down to a local campaign again, all the way up to the national campaigns, and that goes through to our bank account. Events, it's a great system for events and creating things that match with, like calendars that can be placed anywhere on the web pages, or whether you're local people or your local candidate. And it does all the ticketing and handles that kind of stuff. Membership's fairly obvious. That's going to be divided up by permissions wise for each state to only be able to look at their own membership, but it manages all the different kinds of membership pending, reminder emails, a whole bunch of things that are really great to have in the one place, and also connects the membership to, say, membership groups. Activities is really good. That's all about, say, giving a volunteer a job to do and then being able to check up how they're going, or say call a meeting and you can spit that out to everybody as an activity that will pop up when they open their CiviCRM homepage. Groups is really good. It's where you organise groups. I'll talk more about that in the next section, organic groups. It kind of ties in. E-lists. So if we have, for example, on the main Greens website, the thing like this little sign up form, and that can be a bigger form like a volunteers form are at the moment, and that just goes through the CiviCRM data collection system. And we have bulk email, one of the biggest strengths of CiviCRM actually, which includes the click-throughs. So it's like if you have, say, multiple stories with read more that they can click at the end. It's a way of doing little mini market research, which can be very handy. But the bulk email program is very powerful and very useful. As we now know, research again tells us that this stuff's read more widely than major newspapers, so it really is a great way to personally communicate with people, being careful not to overdo it, obviously. As I said, it's got state-based permissions all through it. Organic groups is the whole system for working group coordination, and that includes things like campaign teams, particularly, which will really be a focus. So you're going to have your internal mail lists. It's going to replace a lot of the systems that we have, all different levels of the party, and it'll be connected to CiviCRM, so people can just be ticked on, ticked off a mailing list really easily. People can set up their own mailing lists. These mailing lists can actually be archived into web pages, or they can have separate web pages yourselves, so you can look at information if you need to share it. And this includes things like internal discussion. You can have your internal comments and your collective wikis, which is like writing collective documents. Document storage is awesome, so your templates or things that you wanted at the printers. And this also has a great polling mechanism where you can say, hey guys, what do you think? Option A, option B, option C. Instead of having to return an email, you can just click the button. And we hear that New Zealand Greens use this all the time. So I'll just take you through here. You'd just be going, if you're logged in like I am at the moment, to My Groups. And just to give you a quick indication, this is like a test group we set up, and you'll get in. You'll have your home area, which just lists all the posts that you can post. A group post here. You can have discussions, which is where all the comments say. If you did a post, you could select that to email to everybody on the list, or just stay on the actual web page. Documents is where attachments will be stored forever, and a wiki kind of thing. And you can have your own events as well. Just that's only the group's events, not everybody kind of events. And your own little calendars and things, so you can structure where all your meetings are going to be, and your phone link ups or whatever, events and things like that. So that's all pretty exciting. We're pretty excited about that. And the final part is the election management system, and this has been created by the Tasmanian Greens, a guy called Barry Brannan, doing a great job. This is really campaign tools, things like booth rostering and letterbox rostering, really great mechanisms for doing that, very tailored towards Greens thinking as well. And this all combines with Google Maps, so sort of automatically you say feed out for a letterbox roster. You can do 10 maps for that area and hand them out to your people, and it has all the kind of say the 2 streets that they need with the houses that they need to get to. You could do household analysis too. You could kind of go in and say, this house is green friendly, or this house has dogs, or something like that, if you wanted to get right involved at that level. And it has really great campaign management tools for, say, your campaign managers who need to know everybody on that booth for the day and their phone numbers and all those kinds of things. It automatically puts out in a whole bunch of different kind of forms and information like that. So that's the end. There'll be a whole bunch of more videos like this to help us get through. Feedback is most welcome. You can email me, Chris Dubrow, at webeditor@greens.org.au, and there is also more information for you geeks if you want to know about, say, Drupal, the website software we use at drupal.org.au or at civicrm.org.au. Until next time, thank you.